We all know, or I think we all know, most of us have heard the phrase or the term FOMO. So if you don't know what FOMO is, FOMO, it's the fear of missing out. And the idea is that people have a fear of missing out on life. They think that, everyone is out living their best lives, having fun and having a great, amazing time without them. And so a lot of people walk around and stay connected to social media and try to stay connected to events and social things and people because of a fear of missing out, and they're living their lives out of this fear of missing out. What if I never get invited to the party? What if I never do this? What if I never do that? Fear, 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 fear. And if you've been watching for any length of time, if you know me, if you've worked with me, coached with me, whatever, you know that I'm not really getting down with fear like that, because this is Fearless Fridays and it's all about embracing fearlessness, right? So, fear of missing out. People are living their lives out of the fear of missing out on something. Fear of missing out on something. And I want to offer a new perspective to you. I want to offer a new way of thinking about this same idea, because really the idea is that people want to live their best lives. And so FOMO says you're afraid that you're missing out and that you're not living your best life. So rather than living out of FOMO, what if we decided to live out of JODI? This is a new acronym that I'm offering to y'all. JODI, JODI, joy of diving in. Instead of embracing fear of missing out, holding on tight because I'm afraid I'm going to miss something, how about we choose to use joy or embrace the joy of diving into new things, of having new experiences, of doing the things that we've always wanted to do, living the life that we want to live, living the life that we feel we're purposed or destined to live. I think embracing the joy of diving in, I personally think that's a better way to live than the fear of missing out. I don't think it's a good idea to ever live out of fear. I think it's a better idea to live out of joy. So, what if in everything that you decided to do, whatever you're deciding to engage in, instead of engaging in that thing out of a space of fear of missing out on something, how about you choose to engage in that thing out of the joy of having a new experience, of diving in, the joy of diving in, JODI, right? So whatever that is, whether you are going back to school to pursue a new degree or finish your degree, instead of going back out of the fear of, oh, I won't get the job that I want, or I won't be able to do what I want to do in life because I don't have my degree and I'm going back to school out of fear. How about you embrace the joy? I am joyful. I am choosing to dive into going back to school, to getting my degree, to getting a new degree, to finishing my degree because of joy, the joy of diving into the life that will open up to me once I have this degree or once I have this credential or certification. It could apply to dating. A lot of us are dating, and I think a lot of people, unfortunately, and I've been guilty of this myself, are dating out of a fear of missing out on a relationship, missing out on a certain kind of life that we think we're going to have when we get that partner. But rather than going into the dating space with the fear of missing out, how about we go into the dating space with the joy of diving in? I'm going to dive into this. I'm going to enjoy whoever I meet. I'm going to enjoy encountering new people. I'm going to enjoy learning more about myself in this dating process, in this relationship process. So you see what I'm saying? Instead of FOMO, fear of missing out, and the stress and the anxiety that fear brings with it, how about JODI, joy of diving in, embracing the joy of diving into a new thing, a new idea, a new venture. So that's what I want to offer to y'all today. Rather than thinking of life with the idea of FOMO, how about we think of life with the idea of JODI? Instead of doing things or engaging in things because of fear, how about we choose to do things or engage in things out of a space of the joy of diving into this new thing?